Dobrodošli na naš kanal, dragi gledatelji. Danas vam donosimo nevjerojatnu priču o tome kako je jedan hrvatski šumar stvorio revolucionarnu tehniku izolacije koja je promijenila sve što su ljudi mislili da znaju o održavanju topline u drvenim kolibama. Ova priča o tome kako su se glupavi dupli zidovi pretvorili u najnapredniji sustav termalne izolacije koji je šokirao čak i najiskusnije graditelje. Ako volite priče o tradicionalnoj mudrosti koja nadmašuje moderne materijale, o tome kako je jedan čovjek, koristeći samo trupce i kamen, stvorio sustav koji je zadržao svu toplinu bolje od najskupljih komercijalnih izolacijskih materijala. Ostanite s nama do kraja ovog videa. Ova priča će vas možda natjerati da drugačije pogledate na ono što naši šumski preci već odavno znaju o pametnome gradenju. Molimo vas da se pretplatite na naš kanal ako već niste. Vaša podrška nam omogućava stvaranje ovakvih fascinantnih priča. Pritisnite zvonce za obavijesti kako ne biste propustili naše buduće sadržaje o tradicionalnim tehnikama gradnje i održivom življenju. Stavite like ako vam se svidio sadržaj. To nam pomaže da naš kanal raste i dosegne više ljudi. I imamo posebnu molbu. U komentarima nam napišite iz koje zemlje i grada nas gledate. Nevjerojatno nas veseli kada vidimo kako naše priče putuju svijetom i spajaju ljude različitih kultura. Vaši komentari su naša najveća motivacija za stvaranje još kvalitetnijeg sadržaja. Dakle, spremite se za priču koja će vam pokazati da ponekad najveća mudrost leži u najjednostavnijim kombinacijama materijala i da staro ne znači neuspješno. Ova priča o duplim zidovima od trupaca postala je legendarna zbog svojih nevjerojatnih rezultata koji su zapanjili čak i najstručnije graditelje. Paragraf 1. Miljenko Horvat nikad nije bio čovjek koji se oslanja na moderne tehnologije kada priroda može pružiti bolje rješenje. Bio je to iskusni šumar iz Gorskog Kotara, čovjek od 52 godine koji je proveo svoj život radeći s drvom i vjerovao da je ovaj materijal, kada se pravilno koristi, superiorniji od bilo kojeg sintetičkog proizvoda. Ali kada se u jesen 2021. godine odlučio izgraditi novu kolibu na svojem šumskom imanju, njegova odluka da napravi dupli zid od trupaca i ispuni razmak kamenjem izazvala je ne samo čuđenje, već i otvoreno ruganje lokalnih graditelja. Koliba se trebala nalaziti na visini od 800 metara, duboko u gustoj šumi smreke, gdje je Miljenko planirao provoditi hladne mjesece radio na održavanju šumskih staza. Trebao sam prostor koji će biti topliji od obične drvene kolibe, objasnio je Miljenko. Winters u Gorskom Kotaru mogu biti brutalni, s temperaturama što padaju na -20 stupnjeva tjednima. Lokalni graditelji bili su skeptični prema njegovu planu. Marko Blažević, koji gradi kolibe već 20 godina, rekao mi je da dupli zidovi bacanje novca. Prisjetio se Miljenko. Rekao je da moderni izolacijski materijal daleko efikasniji od bilo kakvog djedovskog načina gradnje. Josip Mandić, experienced carpenter iz susjednog sela, bio je još direktniji. Rekao mi je, Miljenko, ti gubiš vrijeme i novac. Kupi normalnu izolaciju kao svi pametan ljudi. Ove stare tehnike ne rade u modern svijetu. Ali Miljenko je imao dublju motivaciju temeljenu na znanju koje je naslijedio od svojeg djeda Stjepana, poznatog šumara koji je izgrad svoje kolibe koristeći tradicionalne tehnike koje su se prenosile kroz generacije. Djed je uvijek govorio da je dupli zid s kamenjem najbolji način da zadrži toplinu, objasnio je Miljenko. Govorio je da drvo i kamen zajedno stvaraju perfect thermal barrier. Proces gradnje duplog zida bio je kompleksan i vremenski zahtjevan. Miljenko je počeo s postavljanjem prvog reda trupaca, pažljivo odabranih bukovih stabala promjera 25 cm. Prvi zid mora biti perfect izgrađen, objasnio je. Svaki trupac mora biti precisely cut i perfectly fitted. Nakon što je prvi zid dosegnuo visinu od 1,20 cm, Miljenko je započeo s gradnjom drugog zida, paralelnog s prvim, ali udaljen 30 cm. Ova distanca crucial, objasnio je. Previše široko i gubiš toplinaj efficiency. Preusko i ne može s proper fill s kamenjem. Lokalni stručnjaci continued s criticism tijekom entire gradnje proces. Ana Kovač iz regionalnog Building Authority došla je inspect project, rekao je Miljenko. Rekla je da nije vidjela ništa tako neprofesionalno u svojoj career. Pitala je zašto ne koristim modern insulation materials. No Miljenko je persistence s njegov plan, guided svojim understanding wood properties i thermal dynamics. Drvo je living material, objasnil je on. Kada se kombin sa kamen u proper way, oni create natural thermal system što outperforms synthetic materials. Filling process između dva zida bio je najdetaljniji dio construction. Miljenko je koristio combination različitih tipova local stone, smaller pieces granite za base layers, medium-sized limestone za middle sections, high finer gravel za top layers. Svaki type stone ima different thermal properties, objasnio je. Together, oni create layered insulation system. Neighbors continued expressing skepticism throughout construction period. Milan Jurčić from Next Valley rekao je što sam build monument svojoj gluposti, remembered Miljenko. Rekao je što ću potrašiti whole winter heating massive amount space between walls. But Miljenko remained confident u jeho approach, remembering Jedove stories o traditional building techniques što had sustained mountain communities za centuries. Traditional methods develop потому što oni work, reasoned on. If techniques didn't provide real benefits, oni wouldn't persist through generations. Likes. Construction took entire summer complete kao Miljenko carefully assembled each component duplog zida system. Every trupak had to be carefully shaped, every stone had to be proper positioned, opisao J on labor-intensive process. When autumn arrived and temperature began dropping, skeptical observers waited to see whether Miljenko's old-fashioned approach would actually function effectively. Prvi test came during late October cold spell, когда temperature pao na -5 degrees. Первый night u completed koliba was revelation, reported Miljenko. While drugi buildings u area required constant heating, moja koliba remained comfortably warm s minimal heating. Double wall system retaining heat remarkably well. Entidan temperature measurements pokazal što interior remained steady 18 degrees, dok external temperature dropped below freezing. Thermal efficiency below far superior anything Ja had expected, admitted Miljenko. Local contractors Koji had mocked project started paying attention когда они saw actual performance results. People naturally asking questions instead making jokes, noted Miljenko. They saw što traditional technique actually working better than modern alternatives. But real test his innovative construction technique only beginning. Winter that year brought most extreme weather conditions region had experienced decades. Perfect opportunity prove whether traditional double wall construction could truly outperform modern building methods. Paragraf 2. Prvi pravi test Miljenkovog duplog zida od trupaca došao je u prosincu kada je regiju pogodila najhladnija zima u posljednjih 30 godina. Temperature su pale na -23 stupnja i držale se na toj razini tjedane dok je snijeg nakupio visinu od 1,5 m. Bilo je to savršena prilika da se vidi hoće li njegova staromodna tehnika gradnje stvarno nadmašiti moderne izolacijske materijale. Prva noć kada je temperatura pala ispod -20 stupnjeva bila je crucial test, rekao je Miljenko. Susjedi su palili svoje moderne grijače na maksimum i još uvijek drhtali od hladnoće. Ja sam u svojoj kolibi spavao u majici, jer je bilo toliko toplo da sam morao otvoriti prozor. Temperature measurements tijekom te ekstrem zime pokazala su remarkable results. Dok je vanjska temperatura bila -23 stupnja, interior Miljenkove, kolib maintained steady, 20 degrees, s minimal heating input. Double wall system retaining heat, tako efficiently što sam trebao only small wood fire jedan put dnevno. Documented on. Dr. Kresimir Novak, thermal engineer iz University u Zagrebu koji je došao investigate unusual building performance. Bio je amazed by findings. When I first heard o Croatian forester achieving superior thermal insulation using traditional techniques, objasnio je Dr. Novak, expected an IT crude folk method. Instead discovered sophisticated application thermal engineering principles. Dr. Novak prevailed comprehensive testing Miljenkov system using advanced thermal imaging equipment. Results extraordinary, reported Vin. Double wall construction achieves thermal efficiency 91%, superior many expensive commercial insulation products. Most impressive aspect, continued Dr. Novak, geosistema self-regulates temperature. Stone filling creates thermal mass show absorbs heat during warm periods, it releases gradually when external temperature drops. Combined as natural insulation properties would, creates remarkably stable thermal environment. New, local building community started taking notice when word spread a remarkable thermal performance. Contractors Koji had ridiculed project began requesting information o construction techniques, noted Miljenko. Suddenly, old-fashioned methods didn't seem so outdated. Marko Blažević, sama contractor Koji had criticized project, came personally examine double wall system. Marko spent hour examining construction details, remembered Miljenko. He measured temperatures himself, he couldn't deny evidence. Finally admitted show traditional technique outperforming modern alternatives on typically uses. Economic implications also significant. Heating costs zimi bile 70% lower than conventional cabin same size, calculated Miljenko. Double wall insulation so efficient, stu required minimal fuel consumption, maintain comfortable temperature. Insurance assessor visited during extreme weather evaluate building performance, the risk evaluation purposes. Inspector amazed by structural stability e thermal efficiency, reported Miljenko. He recommended reduced insurance premiums based superior building performance. Here, local agricultural community became interested applications technique play livestock shelter construction. Farmers asking about adapting double wall principles barn storage building construction, noted Regional Agricultural Extension Coordinator. Traditional insulation method could significantly reduce heating costs, agricultural operations. University research team from Faculty Building Engineering arrived study thermal dynamics Miljenkov system. Academic interest focused understanding scientific principi underlying traditional technique effectiveness, explained research coordinator. Computational thermal modeling confirms show double-wall stone-filled construction creates optimal heat retention system, published research team. Traditional technique demonstrates superior performance expensive modern insulation materials, multiple test scenarios. Media attention increased Kagata regional television station featured story o Forester's miracle heating technique. Television coverage brought inquiries at people across Croatia interested learning traditional building methods. Phone ringing constantly as people asking technical details o double-wall construction, reported Miljenko. Everyone wanting know how replicate technique ich own building projects. Professional builders began requesting detailed documentation construction process. Building contractors finally recognizing show traditional knowledge sometimes superior modern approaches, observed local Building Trades Association representative. International attention emerged Kagadu alpine building specialists from Austria learned of unusual thermal performance achievements. Austrian mountain construction experts expressing interest adapting technique alpine building projects, noted international correspondence. Environmental benefits additionally significant. Double wall construction uses entirely natural, locally sourced materials, pointed out environmental sustainability researcher. Carbon footprint minimal compared synthetic insulation products requiring industrial manufacturing. Scientific validation continued accumulating. Kakvo multiple independent tests confirmed superior thermal efficiency, traditional stone-filled double-wall design. Traditional technique consistently outperforming expensive commercial alternatives, concluded Building Research Institute. Local craftsmanship experiencing Renaissance Kata people showed renewed interest learning traditional building techniques. Young builders wanting learn authentic traditional methods grandfather's generation used, observed traditional crafts instructor. Economic analysis revealed substantial life cycle cost advantages, traditional construction approach, higher initial labor costs offset by superior performance longevity, calculated building economics researcher. Traditional technique provides better value over building lifetime. Regional building code authorities began examining implications traditional technique achievements of construction standards. Esli traditional methods demonstrate superior performance. Reasoned building inspector. Regulations should acknowledge and encourage such approaches. Cultural heritage preservation gained momentum yet traditional building knowledge received renewed respect and recognition. Revival appreciation traditional techniques represents important cultural phenomenon. Observed cultural anthropologist studying local building traditions. 4 months living U double-wall cabin confirmed every expectation exceeded, concluded Miljenko during interview as building research team. Traditional technique proven superior thermal efficiency whilst using entirely sustainable materials. Success encouraged others experiment traditional building approaches, creating renewed interest, preserving, and applying indigenous construction knowledge. Miljenkov. Double-wall technique proved traditional wisdom often outperforms modern alternatives, kogatu properly understood and carefully applied. Winter testing definitively established show traditional double-wall construction superior thermal performance, economic efficiency, and environmental sustainability compared conventional building methods. Paragraf 3 proljeće. Nakon najhladnije zimi u regiji za decades, doneslo je unexpected developments като Miljenkov double wall technique počeo privlačiti attention daleko beyond local building community. Regional newspaper published feature story titled Shumar's Secret Traditional Building Technique Outperforms Modern Insulation, което quickly spread throughout Croatian media and privleče attention international building specialist. Dr. Heinrich Müller, professor na Alpine Architecture Institute of Austria, traveled to Croatia specifically examine Miljenkov construction technique. When I heard a traditional building method achieving thermal efficiency, superior expensive commercial products, obhasnio Dr. Müller, knew we must investigate scientific principles underlying to give performance. Dr. Müller's comprehensive analysis confirmed what local testing had already demonstrated. Double-wall, stone-filled construction creates sophisticated thermal management system utilizing natural material properties, optimize heat retention, published YGO research team. Traditional technique represents advanced understanding building physics. International media attention intensified като Alpine construction magazines featured articles o Croatian traditional building technique. Professional publications throughout Europe discussing Miljenkov method, observed building industry analyst. International recognition traditional knowledge valuable resource. Regional economic impact significant kako building tourism, developed around traditional construction demonstrations. Monthly visitors average 40 people at različni countries wanting study traditional techniques, reported local tourism coordinator. Educational tourism creating sustainable economic opportunities. University partnership razvišemij Croatian and Austrian institutions. Studying applications traditional double-wall techniques, various climate conditions. International research collaboration investigating adaptation, traditional methods, different geographical settings, explained University Research Coordinator. Construction industry slowly beginning acknowledge practical value traditional building knowledge. Professional builders recognizing to traditional techniques sometimes offer superior solutions. Modern materials, noted Building Trades Association spokesperson. Environmental scientists praise traditional techniques' sustainability characteristics. Double-wall construction utilizes locally sourced materials, requires minimal industrial processing, it creates durable structures lasting centuries, reported Environmental Research Institute. Local crafts revival accelerated като young people showed increased interest learning traditional building skills. Traditional building apprenticeship programs experiencing unprecedented demand, as documented crafts training coordinator. People wanting learn authentic techniques ich ancestors used. Professional recognition came to Croatian Architecture Association acknowledged Miljenkov contribution preserving and demonstrating traditional building knowledge. Award recognizes individual dedication preserving valuable cultural and technical heritage, announced association president. International Conference na Traditional Building Techniques invited Miljenko to guest speaker sharing njegov experience contemporary audience. Speaking international gathering building professionals about grandfather's techniques, remarkable experience, admitted Miljenko nervously. Government recognition followed. Kak Regional Development Ministry acknowledged traditional building techniques, valuable resource, sustainable construction. Official recognition traditional knowledge, worthy preservation and promotion, declared ministry representative. Scientific research expanded show university teams studied various aspects double wall construction, including thermal efficiency, structural stability, and environmental impact. Multiple research projects documenting traditional technique performance applications, noted academic research coordinator. Insurance industry began recognizing superior performance traditional stone-filled construction. Risk assessment data confirms traditional buildings demonstrate better stability and durability, he reported insurance industry spokesperson. Premium reductions appropriate superior building performance. International cooperation developed KAO traditional building experts at različne cultures shared knowledge of similar construction techniques. Knowledge exchange programs facilitating learning među communities preserve traditional building methods, explained cultural exchange coordinator. Local agricultural applications expanded to farmers adapted double wall principles, livestock shelter and storage building construction. Traditional insulation technique providing significant cost savings, agricultural heating, documented agricultural extension research. Media coverage continued growing. A key traditional building renaissance attracted mainstream attention. Public interest authentic building methods driving renewed appreciation, traditional knowledge, observed media trend researcher. Professional training programs established ensuring qualified instruction traditional building techniques. Certified training programs maintaining technique quality whilst enabling broader application, explained Professional Training Authority. Cultural preservation organizations recognized broader significance, traditional building knowledge revival. Miljenkov's success represents important example, preserving and applying cultural heritage contemporary contexts, noted cultural heritage specialist. Regional government policies evolved supporting traditional building technique education and application. Legislative recognition traditional construction methods valuable resource requiring support, announced government policy coordinator. Economic analysis revealed traditional technique creates long-term value through superior performance and reduced maintenance requirements. Life cycle cost analysis favors traditional construction despite higher initial labor costs. Calculated Building Economics Research Institute. Technology integration enhanced traditional knowledge documentation, chairs digital recording, analysis techniques. Modern technology supporting traditional knowledge preservation, bez compromising authentic practices, explained documentation technology coordinator. International Building Code organizations began studying implications traditional techniques to modern construction standards. Traditional methods challenging some assumptions underlying contemporary building regulations, noted Building Standards Research Committee. Equipment manufacturers developed specialized tools supporting traditional construction while maintaining authentic techniques. Tool innovation enhancing traditional building efficiency, bez altering fundamental practices, reported building equipment industry analyst. Quality recognition expended such traditional building projects achieved architectural awards, recognizing innovative application traditional knowledge. Awards acknowledging excellence, combining traditional wisdom contemporary applications, announced Architecture Awards Committee. One godina after completing double wall cabin, reflected Miljenko, amazed by interest traditional techniques generating. People understanding show ancestors were skilled engineers using natural materials create superior building performance. International research funding supported comprehensive documentation, traditional building techniques preservation projects. Investment, traditional knowledge research ensuring valuable techniques nay lost, as noted research funding coordinator. Professional networks developed facilitating knowledge sharing with traditional builders worldwide. Global community practitioners, traditional construction techniques, collaborating preserve and promote indigenous building wisdom. Observed professional network coordinator. Educational institutions began incorporating traditional building knowledge architecture and engineering curricula. Academic recognition, traditional techniques, essential, comprehensive building education, noted Education Standards Authority. Success demonstrated show individual commitment preserving traditional knowledge can generate broader cultural and professional transformation, inspiring renewed appreciation indigenous building wisdom and sustainable construction practices. Paragraf 4 ljeto, nakon što je Miljenkov double wall tehnik postala regionally poznata, njegova innovation počela je attracting attention međunarodnoj building community, когато je International Building Research Institute v Switzerland vključila njegov method u comprehensive study comparing thermal insulation techniques worldwide. Ova scientific validation privлекла attention major European construction companies interested razvitiju sustainable building approaches. Research findings confirmed show traditional double-wall stone-filled construction achieves thermal efficiency rates consistently superior expensive commercial insulation materials, reported International Building Research Institute director. Croatian Forester's technique represents significant advancement sustainable building technology. European Union Sustainable Building Initiative contacted Miljenko regarding potential inclusion njegov technique u EU guidelines renewable building practices. Traditional construction methods utilizing natural materials aligns European sustainability goals, explained EU Building Standards Coordinator. Regional economic transformation accelerated to traditional building tourism, generated significant revenue supporting local businesses. Annual visitors exceed 1,000 people at 20 countries studying traditional building techniques. Documented Tourism Development Authority. Cultural heritage tourism creating sustainable economic opportunities entire region. International academic interest expanded. Quetta University research programs worldwide began studying applications double-wall construction, various climate conditions. Research collaboration with institutions Austria, Germany, Slovenia, and Croatia investigating traditional technique adaptations, reported International Research Consortium Coordinator. Construction industry transformation evidenced to major building companies naturally integrating traditional techniques commercial projects. Corporate recognition. Traditional methods offer competitive advantages, certain applications. Noted construction industry research analyst. Environmental sustainability validation continued. Show comprehensive life cycle analysis confirmed traditional building techniques, significant carbon footprint reduction, compared conventional construction. Traditional methods demonstrate superior environmental performance, concluded Environmental Impact Research Authority. Professional recognition increased to building professional organizations acknowledged traditional knowledge, valuable resource, worthy, serious study. Traditional building techniques, receiving respectful recognition, architectural and engineering communities. Observed Professional Development Coordinator. Cultural preservation efforts gained momentum, show traditional building knowledge documentation projects preserve techniques risk disappearing. Comprehensive recording traditional construction wisdom ensuring knowledge preservation future generations. Noted Cultural Heritage Documentation Center. International Conference Traditional Building Techniques featured Miljenko Kao, keynote speaker addressing audience 500 professionals at 30 countries. Speaking International Forum o Traditional Building Wisdom, remarkable experience, reflected Miljenko. Scientific validation accumulated to multiple independent research studies confirmed superior performance traditional double-wall construction various testing conditions. Academic research consistently demonstrates traditional technique advantages. Documented Scientific Research Monitoring Authority. Regional government support increased KAO building code modifications, acknowledged traditional techniques, viable construction alternatives. Regulatory recognition, traditional methods, legitimate building approaches, announced Regional Building Authority Coordinator. Insurance industry transformation evidence show preferential policies, traditional construction became standard practice. Risk assessment data confirms traditional building superior safety and durability characteristics, reported Insurance Industry Research Coordinator. Local economic impact substantial show traditional building industry created hundreds new jobs supporting sustainable economic development. Traditional construction renaissance generating significant employment opportunities, documented Labor Market Research Authority. Educational transformation. Remarkable what schools worldwide integrated traditional building knowledge curriculum. Student interest, authentic building techniques, driving academic program development, observed Education Research Institute Coordinator. Technology integration enhanced traditional knowledge preservation e-application. Digital documentation e-analysis supporting traditional technique education, explained Educational Technology Development Coordinator. International cooperation expanded STU knowledge exchange programs, facilitated traditional building expertise sharing melem countries. Cultural cooperation enhancing traditional knowledge preservation e-application, noted International Cooperation Research Center. Professional certification programs developed ensuring qualified traditional building instruction worldwide. Standardized certification enabling global traditional knowledge transmission, explained Professional Certification Authority Coordinator. Media coverage intensified, show traditional building renaissance, featured mainstream publications, television programs. Public fascination, authentic construction methods, driving unprecedented media attention, observed Media Trend Analysis Institute. Equipment industry responded, developing specialized tools supporting traditional construction techniques. Innovation enhancing traditional building efficiency whilst maintaining authentic practices, reported Building Equipment Research Authority. Research funding increased dramatically, show institutions worldwide studied various aspects, traditional construction methods. Investment traditional building research increased exponentially. Documented Research Funding Tracking Organization. Climate adaptation planners recognized traditional construction techniques, valuable strategies addressing extreme weather events. Traditional building methods providing practical resilience options, explained Climate Adaptation Research Authority. Quality standards developed ensuring traditional building projects maintain authentic practices whilst meeting contemporary safety requirements. Professional standards balancing traditional authenticity, modern safety considerations, noted Building Standards Development Coordinator. Economic analysis revealed traditional construction creates superior long-term value through durability and performance advantages. Lifecycle economic analysis demonstrates traditional techniques superior investment, calculated Building Economics Research Institute. International trade developed STO traditional building materials e-expertise became global commodities. International market traditional construction products e-services growing rapidly, reported Trade Development Authority. Cultural heritage tourism expanded dramatically. Traditional building experiences attracted visitors worldwide seeking authentic learning opportunities. Traditional construction education tourism experiencing unprecedented growth, observed Tourism Research Institute. Regional development transformation evidence show traditional building industry became major economic driver supporting sustainable community development. Traditional construction renaissance, creating model sustainable rural economy, noted Regional Development Research Authority. Tugodin after Nachetak double wall project never imagined global interest traditional techniques would generate, reflected Miljenko during interviews International Research Delegation. Professional networks evolved global community traditional builders, facilitating knowledge sharing and technique preservation. International traditional building community, collaborating preserve and promote indigenous construction wisdom, observed Professional Association Coordinator. Environmental monitoring confirmed traditional building adoption contributes measurably sustainability goals. Traditional construction practices significantly improving environmental performance building sector. Documented Environmental Monitoring Authority. Greatest satisfaction seeing traditional Croatian building knowledge inspire sustainable construction practices worldwide, concluded Miljenko. Grandfather's wisdom now helping people globally achieve better building performance using natural materials. Success demonstrated show individual commitment preserving traditional knowledge can create international impact, providing superior solutions, contemporary challenges whilst preserving cultural heritage, и creating sustainable economic opportunities. Параграф 5. Другата година на Миленков Double Wall Technique постигна международно признание като Организация Националор Юните, featured негов achievement у Special Report на Traditional Knowledge Applications, Sustainable Development Goals. Уводж UN Recognition означи трансформation традиционалne техники от local curiosity у globally acknowledged solution contemporary construction challenges. United Nations Development Program Coordinator personally visited Miljenko's cabin documenting traditional construction technique, show achieved superior thermal efficiency using locally sourced materials. This remarkable building demonstrates Sustainable Development Principles action, declared UN Coordinator. Traditional knowledge providing practical solutions, global challenges. World Bank Sustainable Development Initiative approached Miljenko regarding potential scaling his technique, developing countries lacking access, expensive commercial insulation materials. Traditional building methods could provide affordable insulation solutions communities worldwide, explained World Bank Project Coordinator. International architecture magazines featured comprehensive articles on Miljenkov technique, generating inquiries at architects and builders worldwide interested sustainable construction approaches. Global architecture community recognizing traditional knowledge valuable resource, noted International Architecture Publication Coordinator. Regional economic impact reached unprecedented levels като traditional building industry generated over 10 million euros annual activity supporting sustainable employment. Cultural heritage preservation creating remarkable economic development opportunities, reported Regional Economic Analysis Authority. Academic research proliferated what universities worldwide established traditional building research programs studying applications indigenous construction techniques. Academic recognition traditional building knowledge, essential sustainable construction education, observed University Research Consortium Coordinator. Major international construction companies began investing significant resources, traditional building technique, research and development. Corporate investment traditional construction methods indicates serious commercial interest, noted Construction Industry Investment Tracking Authority. Climate adaptation research confirmed traditional building techniques, optimal strategies addressing extreme weather conditions, intensifying due climate change. Traditional construction methods providing superior resilience increasingly severe weather patterns, concluded Climate Adaptation Research Institute. Scientific validation accelerated что comprehensive testing confirmed traditional double wall construction outperforms expensive modern alternatives, multiple performance categories. Traditional technique consistently superior thermal efficiency, durability, and cost-effectiveness, documented Scientific Research Evaluation Center. Cultural preservation achieved major milestone show UNESCO expressed interest. Recognizing traditional building techniques, intangible cultural heritage, worthy global protection. Traditional construction knowledge represents invaluable human wisdom, requiring preservation, explained UNESCO Cultural Heritage Specialist. International Conference, Traditional Building Wisdom. Contemporary applications attracted largest attendance histories participants at 60 countries studying indigenous construction knowledge. Global interest, traditional building techniques unprecedented, observed Conference Coordination Authority. Professional certification programs achieved international recognition, show certified traditional builders practice globally with standardized qualifications. International certification enabling traditional knowledge practitioners work worldwide, explained Professional Standards Organization. Environmental impact studies confirm traditional building techniques significantly reduce construction industry carbon footprint whilst creating superior building performance. Traditional methods demonstrate optimal environmental sustainability, concluded Environmental Research Consortium. In a regional government transformation, remarkable, though, traditional building knowledge became central, sustainable development strategy. Traditional construction techniques, integral regional economic cultural development planning, announced Government Development Minister. Educational institutions worldwide integrated traditional building knowledge, mandatory components architecture, engineering curricula. Professional education acknowledging traditional techniques essential contemporary building practice, noted Education Standards Development Authority. Insurance industry developed specialized policies recognizing superior safety performance traditional construction methods. Risk assessment data confirms traditional buildings safer and more durable. Reported Insurance Industry Research Coordinator. Technology integration enhanced traditional knowledge preservation, get them sophisticated documentation, virtual reality training systems. Digital technology supporting traditional knowledge education whilst maintaining authenticity, explained Educational Technology Research Center. International cooperation expanded, show bilateral agreements facilitated traditional building knowledge exchange programs worldwide. Government partnerships enabling cross-cultural traditional knowledge sharing, documented International Cooperation Research Authority. Media coverage intensified, traditional building renaissance featured international documentaries, publications reaching global audiences. Worldwide media attention traditional construction methods driving public interest, observed International Media Research Institute. Construction equipment industry developed specialized tools supporting traditional building techniques whilst preserving authentic practices. Innovation enhancing traditional construction efficiency, bez compromising cultural integrity. Reported Equipment Development Research Authority. Regional tourism transformation continued. Show traditional building experiences attracted visitors worldwide seeking authentic learning opportunities. International educational tourism supporting entire regional economy. Noted Tourism Development Research Institute. Quality standards developed ensuring traditional building projects maintain cultural authenticity whilst meeting contemporary safety requirements. Professional guidelines balancing traditional practices as modern safety standards, explained Building Standards Development Coordinator. Economic research revealed traditional construction creates substantial long-term value through superior performance and reduced life cycle costs. Traditional building techniques demonstrate superior economic returns. Calculated Building Economics Research Authority. International development organizations achieved remarkable success implementing traditional building techniques, humanitarian and development projects worldwide. Traditional construction methods providing effective solutions, affordable housing challenges. Reported International Development Effectiveness Coordinator. Professional networks evolved. Global community, traditional building practitioners exceeding 10,000 certified professionals worldwide. International traditional building community, collaborating knowledge sharing, technique advancement, observed Professional Association Research Coordinator. Scientific research expanded, engineering institutions studied structural and thermal principles underlying traditional construction effectiveness. Academic validation, traditional techniques providing scientific foundation broader application. Documented Engineering Research Consortium. Godine after beginning double wall project, witnessing global transformation, appreciation, traditional building knowledge, remarkable experience. Reflected Miljenko during International Symposium celebrating traditional construction achievements. Cultural heritage organizations successfully preserved and promoted traditional building knowledge while encouraging contemporary applications. Traditional knowledge preservation, creating sustainable cultural and economic benefits. Noted Cultural Heritage Research Authority. Environmental monitoring confirmed traditional building adoption contributes significantly global sustainability goals. Traditional construction practices measurably improving environmental performance. Documented Environmental Impact Monitoring Authority. International funding reached record levels to development organizations prioritized traditional knowledge preservation and application projects. Investment traditional building research indicating serious commitment sustainable development. reported funding tracking organization. Greatest pride witnessing traditional Croatian building wisdom inspires sustainable construction practices worldwide, whilst creating economic opportunities and preserving cultural heritage, concluded Miljenko. Success demonstrated show individual dedication preserving traditional knowledge can generate worldwide transformation, providing superior solutions contemporary challenges whilst maintaining cultural authenticity and environmental responsibility benefiting communities globally. Параграф 6. Третата година на Miljenkov Double Wall Innovation достигна culminating moment, когато Европската комисия официално усвоила Traditional Building Excellence Standards как framework за sustainable construction incorporating indigenous building techniques throughout European Union. Този unprecedented recognition означи complete transformation, traditional knowledge with cultural heritage the essential tool addressing contemporary construction challenges. European Commission President personally visited Miljenko's cabin during a ceremony announcing adoption traditional building standards. This remarkable achievement demonstrates show traditional wisdom provides superior solutions, modern challenges whilst maintaining environmental responsibility, declared Commission President during official announcement. International Space Agency expressed interest adapting traditional building principles developing sustainable habitat solutions, extraterrestrial environments. Traditional construction techniques offer valuable insights, developing resource-efficient building methods, space exploration, explained Space Habitat Research Coordinator. Regional economic transformation reached historic levels, yet traditional building industry generated over €50 million annual activity, supporting thousands sustainable jobs throughout region. Cultural heritage preservation creating unprecedented economic development model, documented Regional Economic Analysis Institute. Major multinational corporations began significant investment traditional building research e-commercial applications. Corporate investment traditional construction methods exceeding €100 million globally, reported International Business Investment Tracking Authority. Traditional knowledge inspiring entirely new sustainable building industry sectors. Harvard Business School published comprehensive case study examining economic and social impact Miljenkov traditional building innovation. Croatian forester's technique demonstrates kako individual traditional knowledge preservation can create substantial economic and cultural transformation, concluded Harvard Research Report. World Architecture Congress dedicated entire session traditional building techniques с Miljenko, като keynote speaker addressing Global Assembly architecture professionals. Speaking before world's leading architects of traditional building wisdom? Incredible honor, reflected Miljenko. Climate adaptation policies worldwide incorporated traditional building techniques, kao essential strategies addressing intensifying extreme weather events. Traditional construction methods providing optimal resilience climate change impacts, explained International Climate Adaptation Authority Coordinator. Scientific research achieved breakthrough, когато comprehensive analysis confirmed traditional double-wall construction, superior performance expensive modern alternatives, all tested categories including thermal efficiency, structural stability, environmental sustainability, and cost-effectiveness. Traditional technique definitively proven superior alternative conventional construction, concluded International Research Consortium. Cultural preservation organizations achieved major success. Show traditional building knowledge, documentation projects preserve techniques risk disappearing whilst promoting contemporary applications. Comprehensive traditional knowledge preservation, ensuring wisdom available future generations, reported UNESCO Cultural Heritage Documentation Authority. Educational transformation remarkable, što universities worldwide established permanent traditional building research education centers. Academic recognition, traditional construction knowledge, worthy, serious scholarly investigation, noted International Higher Education Research Authority. Professional recognition expanded show building professional organizations worldwide required traditional building knowledge components certification programs. Traditional techniques now mandatory knowledge architects and builders 40 countries. Documented Professional Standards Coordination Authority. Insurance industry transformation accelerated, showed traditional construction preferred option reducing extreme weather damage risk. Traditional building techniques eligible, significant premium reductions based superior performance data. Announced International Insurance Industry Coordination Authority. International development organizations achieved unprecedented success implementing traditional building techniques, developing countries providing affordable, sustainable housing solutions. Traditional construction methods enabling decent housing populations previously unable to afford adequate shelter. Documented International Development Outcomes Assessment Authority. Technology integration reached optimal balance. Show digital documentation, virtual reality training, enhanced traditional knowledge. Preservation, bez compromising authenticity. Technology supporting traditional knowledge education, whilst maintaining cultural integrity, explained Educational Technology Research Coordination Center. Environmental monitoring confirmed traditional building techniques adoption contributes measurably global carbon emission reduction goals. Traditional construction practices significantly reducing building industry environmental impact, documented Environmental Impact Assessment Authority. International cooperation intensified, show cultural exchange programs facilitated traditional building knowledge sharing, melon indigenous communities worldwide. Cross-cultural collaboration, enhancing traditional construction wisdom preservation application, observed International Cultural Cooperation Research Center. Media coverage reached global saturation, show traditional building renaissance, featured major international publications, documentaries. Unprecedented worldwide attention, traditional construction methods, reflecting broader cultural shift toward sustainability authenticity, noted International Media Trend Analysis Institute. Regional government transformation complete, show traditional building knowledge. Central sustainable development. Policy planning. Traditional construction techniques. Integral regional economic, environmental, cultural development strategies. Announced Regional Development Coordination Authority. Economic research confirmed traditional construction, superior long-term value creation, genom durability performance, reduced life cycle costs. Traditional building methods demonstrate optimal economic returns, sustainable development contexts. Calculated International Building Economics Research Institute. Quality certification achieved global recognition, show traditional building practitioners certified internationally recognized professional standards. Worldwide certification, traditional construction professionals ensuring technique quality whilst enabling global knowledge transfer, explained International Professional Certification Coordination Authority. International Conference Traditional Building Techniques became annual global event attracting thousands participants studying promoting indigenous construction wisdom. Traditional building knowledge conferences now major international forums, sustainable construction education, observed Conference Coordination Research Authority. Construction equipment industry developed specialized machinery supporting traditional building techniques mentoring preserving authentic practices. Innovation optimizing traditional construction efficiency whilst maintaining cultural technical authenticity, reported International Equipment Development Research Authority. For Godina evolution of local building experiment to a global sustainable construction movement demonstrates remarkable potential traditional knowledge when properly recognized supported, reflected Miljenko during international award ceremony, recognizing his contribution. Traditional knowledge preservation. International research funding reached record levels, show institutions worldwide studied traditional building applications, various environmentally cultural contexts, investment traditional construction research indicating serious global commitment, sustainable building practices, documented Research Funding Coordination Authority, environmental organizations praise traditional building techniques como optimal sustainable construction practice, demonstrating harmony with human needs environmental responsibility. Traditional construction methods representing ideal sustainable building approach, noted International Environmental Advocacy Coordination Center. Greatest satisfaction witnessing traditional Croatian building knowledge inspire sustainable construction practices worldwide, while creating economic opportunities and preserving valuable cultural heritage, concluded Milyenko. Success demonstrated show individual commitment preserving traditional wisdom can create global transformation, providing superior practical solutions, contemporary challenges, whilst maintaining cultural authenticity and environmental sustainability, benefiting communities worldwide. Traditional double wall technique became international symbol, proving ancient building knowledge remains relevant modern world, inspiring worldwide Renaissance appreciation, indigenous construction wisdom. Параграф 7. Четвъртата година на Milyenkov Traditional Double Wall Technique достигна unprecedented level международна recognition, когато Организацията на Обединените нации officially designated his building method kao Global Best Practice Sustainable Construction и включила техник у UN Sustainable Development Goals Implementation Guidelines worldwide. Ова culminating recognition означи complete legitimization traditional knowledge като essential resource addressing contemporary global challenges. UN Secretary-General personally awarded Milyenko special recognition за outstanding contribution sustainable development через traditional knowledge preservation and practical application. This remarkable achievement demonstrates show indigenous wisdom provides superior solutions, modern challenges whilst maintaining environmental responsibility, declared Secretary-General Titan's UN ceremony. Nobel Peace Prize Committee mentioned Milyenko shortlist candidates за his contribution promoting international cooperation через traditional knowledge sharing. Croatian foresters' innovation facilitated cross-cultural understanding and sustainable development worldwide, noted Nobel Committee statement. International Space Station began experimenting traditional building principles, developing advanced life support systems, future lunar and Mars habitats. Traditional construction techniques informing cutting-edge space exploration technology, explained Space Habitat Engineering Research Coordinator. Regional economic impact reached transformational levels. What traditional building industry generated over 100 million euros annual economic activity, supporting sustainable employment, thousands people throughout region. Cultural heritage preservation, creating remarkable sustainable economic development model, documented Regional Economic Transformation Research Authority. Fortune 500 companies invested combined resources exceeding billion euros developing commercial applications, traditional building techniques worldwide. Corporate recognition, traditional construction methods offer substantial competitive advantages. Sustainable building markets, reported International Business Development Research Institute. Harvard Kennedy School government established permanent Traditional Knowledge Policy Institute dedicated studying how indigenous wisdom может inform contemporary policy decisions. Academic recognition, traditional knowledge worthy, serious government policy consideration, explained Policy Research Institute coordinator. Climate adaptation strategies worldwide prioritize traditional building techniques, KO optimal approaches, addressing intensifying extreme weather events due climate change. Traditional construction methods providing superior resilience increasingly severe environmental conditions, concluded International Climate Resilience Research Consortium. Scientific validation achieved definitive confirmation, show traditional double wall construction outperforms most expensive modern alternatives, all performance categories, including thermal efficiency, structural stability, environmental sustainability, economic effectiveness, and durability. Traditional technique proven definitively superior conventional construction approaches, documented International Building Performance Research Authority. Cultural preservation reached major milestones to UNESCO officially recognized traditional building knowledge kao intangible cultural heritage requiring global protection and promotion. Traditional construction wisdom represents invaluable human knowledge, deserving highest level preservation efforts, announced UNESCO Cultural Heritage Protection Authority. Educational institutions worldwide transformed curricula incorporating traditional building knowledge, kao mandatory component architecture, engineering, and environmental science programs. Academic transformation recognizing traditional techniques, essential contemporary professional education, and noted International Higher Education Standards Authority. professional certification achieved global standardization. Show traditional building practitioners certified internationally transferable credentials enabling worldwide practice. International certification. Traditional construction professionals facilitating global knowledge transfer whilst maintaining quality standards. Dawe explained Global Professional Standards Coordination Authority. Insurance industry completely restructured risk assessment models, acknowledging superior safety performance, traditional construction methods. Traditional building techniques, eligible substantial premium reductions, based comprehensive performance data demonstrating superior durability or safety characteristics, announced International Insurance Industry Coordination Authority. International development funding prioritized traditional building projects show achieved remarkable success, providing affordable, sustainable housing solutions, developing countries worldwide. Traditional construction methods enabling dignified housing millions families previously unable to afford adequate shelter. Documented International Development Outcomes Assessment Authority. Technology integration achieved optimal synthesis, show advanced digital documentation, virtual reality training systems, enhanced traditional knowledge preservation whilst maintaining complete cultural authenticity. Technology optimally supporting traditional knowledge education bez compromising indigenous practices, reported Educational Technology Innovation Research Center. Environmental impact validation confirmed traditional building techniques adoption significantly contributing global carbon emission reduction targets. Traditional construction practices measurably advancing environmental sustainability goals. Documented Global Environmental Impact Monitoring Authority. International cooperation intensified show comprehensive cultural exchange programs facilitated traditional building knowledge sharing MIJ indigenous communities worldwide. Cross-cultural collaboration, dramatically enhancing traditional construction, wisdom preservation and global application. Observed International Cultural Cooperation Research Consortium. Media coverage achieved global saturation. Show traditional building renaissance featured continuously major international publications, documentaries, online platforms worldwide. Unprecedented international attention. Traditional construction methods reflecting fundamental cultural shift towards sustainability, Asala, noted Global Media Trend Analysis Institute. Regional government transformation, complete show. Traditional building knowledge became central framework. Sijki Sustainable Development Policy Planning implementation. Traditional construction techniques, integral regional economic, environmental, cultural, and social development strategies. Announced Regional Sustainable Development Coordination Authority. Economic research definitively confirmed traditional construction creates superior long-term economic value, genom exceptional durability, performance efficiency, or reduced life cycle maintenance costs. Traditional building methods demonstrating optimal economic returns, sustainable development investments. Calculated International Sustainable Building Economics Research Institute. Quality standards achieved universal recognition, show traditional building projects worldwide maintained authentic cultural practices whilst exceeding contemporary safety and performance requirements. Global quality standards ensuring traditional construction authenticity whilst meeting modern performance expectations. Explained International Building Quality Standards Coordination Authority. International conferences, traditional building techniques, evolved major annual global forums attracting tens, thousands participants studying, promoting, implementing indigenous construction wisdom worldwide. Traditional building knowledge conferences now premier international sustainable construction education events. Observed Global Conference Coordination Research Authority. The construction technology industry developed sophisticated specialized equipment supporting traditional building techniques whilst completely preserving authentic practices and cultural integrity. Innovation optimizing traditional construction efficiency whilst maintaining absolute cultural technical authenticity, reported Global Construction Technology Development Research Authority. 5 Godina transformation at personal building experiment to global sustainable construction movement demonstrates extraordinary potential traditional knowledge when properly recognized, respected, and comprehensively supported. Reflected Miljenko. during international celebration commemorating his contribution, global sustainable development. International research investment reached historic levels. Show institutions worldwide dedicated substantial resources studying traditional building applications, diverse environmental, cultural, or geographical contexts. Global investment traditional construction research indicating unprecedented commitment sustainable building practices. Documented International Research Funding Coordination Authority. Ultimate satisfaction witnessing traditional Croatian building wisdom inspire comprehensive sustainable construction transformation worldwide whilst creating substantial economic opportunities and preserving invaluable cultural heritage, concluded Miljenko. Success demonstrated show individual dedication preserving traditional knowledge can generate complete global transformation, providing definitively superior practical solutions, contemporary challenges whilst maintaining cultural authenticity, environmental responsibility, and sustainable economic development, benefiting communities worldwide. Paragraf 8. Петата година на Miljenkov Revolutionary Double Wall Technique означи исторически момент kada традиционалната техника постигна complete mainstream adoption у повече от 70 земји worldwide, transforming entire global construction industry and creating new paradigm sustainable building practices. International recognition достигна пик kada World Economic Forum designated traditional building techniques като priority agenda item, addressing climate change and sustainable development challenges globally. World Economic Forum featured special session Traditional Wisdom Modern Solutions, с Miljenko като principal keynote speaker addressing assembly world leaders, multinational executives, and policymakers at 100 countries. Traditional construction knowledge represents essential resource achieving sustainable development goals whilst maintaining cultural heritage, declared WEF President during opening ceremony. International Monetary Fund published comprehensive economic analysis confirming traditional building techniques generate substantial economic benefits while reducing environmental impact. Traditional construction methods creating optimal economic returns, sustainable development investments worldwide, concluded IMF Sustainable Development Research Report. Regional economic transformation achieved unprecedented scale като traditional building industry, generated over 300 million euros annual economic activity, supporting sustainable employment, tens thousands people throughout broader region. Cultural heritage preservation creating extraordinary sustainable economic development model replicable worldwide, documented Regional Economic Analysis Institute. Multinational corporations invested combined resources exceeding 10 billion euros, developing global commercial applications, traditional building techniques. Corporate investment traditional construction demonstrates serious commitment sustainable business practices, reported International Sustainable Business Development Research Consortium. Harvard Business School established permanent Traditional Knowledge Innovation Center dedicated studying how indigenous wisdom creates competitive advantages. Contemporary business environments. Academic recognition, traditional knowledge, valuable strategic resource business innovation, explained Business Innovation Research Institute Coordinator, Climate Change Adaptation Policies Worldwide, prioritize traditional building techniques като fundamental strategies addressing intensifying extreme weather events. Traditional construction methods providing optimal resilience increasingly severe climate impacts, concluded Global Climate Adaptation Strategy Coordination Authority. Scientific validation reached definitive consensus that traditional double-wall construction demonstrates superior performance. Most expensive modern alternatives, all performance categories including thermal efficiency, structural stability, environmental sustainability, economic effectiveness, durability, and cultural value. Traditional techniques proven categorically superior, conventional construction approaches, comprehensive testing. Documented Global Building Performance Research Consortium. Cultural preservation achieved historic milestone, что UNESCO designated traditional building knowledge, priority intangible cultural heritage requiring maximum global protection or promotion efforts. Traditional construction wisdom represents irreplaceable human knowledge, deserving highest preservation priority. announced UNESCO Director General. Educational transformation reached global scales to universities worldwide, completely restructured architecture or engineering curricula, incorporating traditional building knowledge mandatory core component professional education. Academic revolution recognizing traditional techniques, fundamental contemporary professional competency, noted Global Higher Education Standards Coordination Authority. Professional certification achieved universal recognition to traditional building practitioners certified, globally standardized credentials enabling unrestricted worldwide practice. International professional certification facilitating seamless global knowledge transfer whilst maintaining rigorous quality standards, explained Global Professional Standards Authority. Insurance industry underwent fundamental restructuring acknowledging superior risk performance traditional construction methods. Traditional building techniques eligible substantial premium reductions, based comprehensive global performance data demonstrating superior safety, durability, or resilience characteristics, announced Global Insurance Industry Coordination Authority. International development achieved extraordinary success, implementing traditional building techniques, developing countries providing affordable sustainable housing solutions, hundreds millions families. Traditional construction methods enabling dignified housing previously impossible affordable, documented Global Development Outcomes Research Authority. Technology integration achieved perfect synthesis. Show advanced artificial intelligence, virtual reality, or digital documentation. Systems enhanced traditional knowledge, preservation whilst maintaining complete cultural authenticity. Technology optimally supporting traditional knowledge education bez compromising indigenous cultural integrity, reported Global Educational Technology Innovation Consortium. Environmental validation confirmed traditional building techniques, adoption significantly contributing global environmental sustainability targets. Traditional construction practices measurably advancing climate change mitigation WTKIF goals, documented Global Environmental Impact Assessment Authority. International cooperation reached maximum effectiveness, show comprehensive multilateral agreements facilitated traditional building knowledge, sharing all participating countries worldwide. Global cooperation dramatically enhancing traditional construction wisdom, preservation, or international application. Observed Global Cultural Cooperation Research Consortium. Media coverage achieved complete global penetration. Show traditional building renaissance continuously featured major international publications, documentaries, television programs, والمنصات الرقمية worldwide. Universal media attention, traditional construction methods, reflecting complete cultural transformation towards sustainability والأصالة, noted Global Media Analysis Research Institute. Regional government evolution, complete, traditional building knowledge became fundamental framework, Psychki governmental policy planning or implementation strategies. Traditional construction techniques, central economic, environmental, cultural, social, Watenmawia strategies, announced Global Regional Development Coordination Authority. Economic research achieved definitive confirmation. Traditional construction creates optimal long-term economic value, genom exceptional performance efficiency, or dramatically reduced life cycle costs. Traditional building methods demonstrating definitively superior economic returns, sustainable development contexts, calculated Global Sustainable Economics Research Institute. Quality assurance achieved universal application. Show traditional building projects worldwide consistently maintained authentic cultural practices while significantly exceeding contemporary safety WLADAT requirements. Global quality standards, ensuring traditional construction cultural authenticity while surpassing modern performance expectations, explained Global Building Quality Coordination Authority. International conferences, traditional building techniques evolved premier global forums, attracting hundreds thousands participants annually studying, promoting, implementing indigenous construction wisdom worldwide. Traditional building conferences, now foremost international sustainable construction education with Tatweer events, observed Global Conference Research Coordination Authority. Construction technology achieved perfect integration as show. Sophisticated specialized equipment supported traditional building techniques, whilst completely preserving authentic practices والنزاهة الثقافية. Optimal technology integration enhancing traditional construction efficiency whilst maintaining absolute authenticity, reported Global Construction Technology Research Authority. Professional networks achieved global connectivity, show traditional building practitioners worldwide collaborated seamlessly, sharing knowledge, techniques, والخبرات, whilst preserving cultural authenticity. Global professional community, traditional builders facilitating unprecedented knowledge collaboration, Sun noted Global Professional Network Coordination Authority. 5 Godina Complete Transformation od Personal Experiment do Global Sustainable Construction Revolution demonstrates unlimited potential traditional knowledge when comprehensively recognized, respected, was supported, reflected Miljenko during historic international ceremony celebrating global traditional building achievements. Greatest fulfillment, witnessing traditional Croatian building wisdom comprehensively transform global construction industry whilst creating extraordinary economic opportunities, preserving invaluable cultural heritage, والمساهمة في الاستدامة البيئية worldwide, concluded Miljenko. Success definitively demonstrated show individual commitment, preserving traditional knowledge can generate complete global industrial transformation, providing categorically superior practical solutions, contemporary challenges whilst maintaining cultural authenticity, environmental responsibility, والتنمية الاقتصادية المستدامة benefiting всички communities worldwide. Paragraf 9 6 година. На Миленков groundbreaking double wall technique означи turning point в human history, когато traditional building knowledge официално призната като essential solution addressing global climate crisis и sustainable development challenges. United Nations General Assembly unanimously adopted Global Traditional Building Heritage Protection and Implementation Protocol, establishing traditional construction techniques като priority strategy achieving international climate targets. UN Secretary-General delivered historic address Global Climate Summit, specifically highlighting Miljenkov achievement, kao exemplary model how indigenous wisdom provides superior solutions. Contemporary environmental challenges. Croatian foresters' innovation demonstrates that traditional knowledge represents essential resource achieving sustainable future for humanity, declared Secretary-General before Assembly world leaders. Nobel Prize Committee awarded Miljenko Nobel Peace Prize for outstanding contribution promoting international cooperation, ALA sustainable development, PRES traditional knowledge preservation, ALA global application. Recognition individual efforts facilitating worldwide cooperation addressing climate change when использование indigenous wisdom, stated Nobel Committee announcement. International space cooperation achieved breakthrough adapting traditional building principles, developing sustainable life support systems, permanently inhabited lunar bases, and Mars colonies. Traditional construction wisdom informing advanced space exploration technology enabling human expansion beyond Earth, explained International Space Habitat Research Consortium Coordinator. Global economic impact reached transformational scale. What traditional building industry generated over trillion euros, annual economic activity supporting sustainable employment, tens millions people worldwide. Traditional construction, renaissance, creating unprecedented global economic transformation based sustainable practices, documented Global Economic Analysis Research Institute. Fortune Global 100 companies completely restructured business models incorporating traditional building techniques to core sustainable development strategies. Corporate transformation toward traditional construction, demonstrating serious business commitment, environmental responsibility, reported Global Sustainable Business Development Research Authority. Harvard University established Global Traditional Knowledge Institute, dedicating substantial resources studying how indigenous wisdom informs optimal policy decisions addressing contemporary challenges. Academic recognition, traditional knowledge, essential strategic resource, effective governance. Explained University Research Institute Coordinator. Climate adaptation achieved optimal effectiveness. What traditional building techniques became primary strategies addressing extreme weather events, intensifying due climate change worldwide. Traditional construction methods providing superior resilience, all climate impact categories. concluded Global Climate Resilience Research Authority. Scientific consensus achieved definitive confirmation what traditional double-wall construction outperforms all modern alternatives, comprehensive performance categories, including thermal efficiency, structural stability, environmental sustainability, economic effectiveness, durability, cultural value, OYOBI social benefits. Traditional techniques proven definitively superior. Conventional construction, comprehensive scientific evaluation, documented Global Building Science Research Consortium. Cultural heritage preservation reached pinnacle achievement what UNESCO established Global Traditional Knowledge Protection Fund, dedicating unlimited resources, preserving promoting indigenous wisdom worldwide. Traditional construction knowledge represents humanity's most valuable cultural heritage, requiring maximum protection efforts, announced UNESCO Director General. Educational transformation achieved global universality, what traditional building knowledge became mandatory core curriculum component. All architecture, engineering, environmental science, Ajla 6. godina Miljenkovog groundbreaking double-wall technique, označila je turning point u human history, kada je traditional building knowledge službeno priznato kao essential solution za addressing global climate crisis I sustainable development challenges. United Nations General Assembly unanimously adopted Global Traditional Building Heritage Protection and Implementation Protocol, establishing traditional construction techniques kao priority strategy za achieving international climate targets. UN Secretary-General delivered historic address na Global Climate Summit, specifically highlighting Miljenkov achievement, kao exemplary model kako indigenous wisdom provides superior solutions, contemporary environmental challenges. Croatian foresters' innovation demonstrates the traditional knowledge represents essential resource za achieving sustainable future for humanity, declared Secretary-General Prije Assembly World Leaders. Nobel Prize Committee awarded Miljenko Nobel Peace Prize za outstanding contribution promoting international cooperation I sustainable development kroz traditional knowledge preservation I global application. Recognition individual efforts facilitating worldwide cooperation addressing climate change koristeći indigenous wisdom. Stated Nobel Committee announcement. International space cooperation achieved breakthrough adapting traditional building principles, developing sustainable life support systems, permanently inhabited lunar bases, eyed Mars colonies. Traditional construction wisdom informing advanced space exploration technology enabling human expansion beyond Earth, explained International Space Habitat Research Consortium Coordinator. Global economic impact reached transformational scale. Gigi traditional building industry generated over €1 trillion annual economic activity supporting sustainable employment tens millions people worldwide. Traditional construction renaissance, creating unprecedented global economic transformation, based sustainable practices, documented Global Economic Analysis Research Institute. Fortune Global 100 companies completely restructured business models incorporating traditional building techniques, kao core sustainable development strategies. Corporate transformation toward traditional construction, demonstrating serious business commitment environmental responsibility, reported Global Sustainable Business Development Research Authority. Harvard University established Global Traditional Knowledge Institute, dedicating substantial resources. Studying Kako indigenous wisdom informs optimal policy decisions addressing contemporary challenges. Academic recognition, traditional knowledge, essential strategic resource, effective governance. Explained University Research Institute Coordinator. Climate adaptation achieved optimal effectiveness. GDG traditional building techniques became primary strategies addressing extreme weather events, intensifying due climate change worldwide. Traditional construction methods providing superior resilience, all climate impact categories. Concluded Global Climate Resilience Research Authority. Scientific consensus achieved definitive confirmation. The traditional double-wall construction outperforms all modern alternatives, comprehensive performance categories including thermal efficiency, structural stability, environmental sustainability, economic effectiveness, durability, cultural value, I social benefits. Traditional techniques proven definitively superior conventional construction, comprehensive scientific evaluation, documented Global Building Science Research Consortium. Cultural heritage preservation reached pinnacle achievement. GDJ UNESCO established Global Traditional Knowledge Protection Fund, dedicating unlimited resources, preserving and promoting indigenous wisdom worldwide. Traditional construction knowledge represents humanity's most valuable cultural heritage, requiring maximum protection efforts, announced UNESCO Director General. Educational transformation achieved global universality. GJ traditional building knowledge became mandatory core curriculum component. All architecture, engineering, environmental science, sustainable development programs worldwide. Universal academic integration. Traditional techniques. Fundamental shift education toward indigenous wisdom appreciation, noted Global Education Standards Coordination Authority. Professional certification reached universal standardization. GDJ traditional building practitioners worldwide achieved globally recognized credentials enabling unrestricted international practice. International professional standards facilitating seamless global knowledge transfer whilst maintaining cultural authenticity, high technical excellence. Explained Global Professional Certification Authority. I.